All right, so number one, we have a picture, which is really nice. We have a picture. It's kind of easy to see what we're going to be solving for. But let's read what's going on. The end of a dog's leash is attached to the top of a 5-foot-tall fence post, as shown in the diagram below. The dog is 7 feet away from the base of the fence post. So here's the post. Here's the length that the dog is on the ground. How long is the leash? It would make sense that if it's attached to the top, there's our distance. Okay? So we're going to set up Pythagorean theorem to solve for the length of the leash. The 5 and the 7 are our legs, right? And the leash is the hypotenuse. So we'd have 25 plus 49. 74. All right, about 8.6. Now, when we work these out, do you think I'm fine with you just leaving 8.6?
No.
No, what do you have to put with that 8.6?
What it means.
Feet.
Oh.
Okay, you have to put a label on there. So that tells us the leash is 8.60.
I didn't even think like what.
No, you just got to put the label on there. All right, number 2, we have Don, who placed the ladder against the side of his house, as shown in the diagram below. Find the distance x from the foot of the ladder to the base of the house. Round to the nearest 100th foot. All right, so we would have x squared plus 19.5 squared equals 20 squared. How else can I tell which side is the hypotenuse? Longest side, right? It's the longest side. All right, so we would have x squared equals, if I do 20 squared minus 19.5 squared. All right, so we take our square root. We getting 4.4 for that? Okay. What is my label? Feet. You can just look at the picture, or when we get to the questions on the back, you're going to have to kind of read it and see if you're in miles, feet, inches, centimeters, what are you working with? Questions for me on those? Okay. All right, many times a diagram will not be drawn, like I said. Okay, so you're going to have to draw a picture. So we're going to round to the nearest 10 on these problems. Computer screens, okay, and TV screens, you guys may know this, are actually measured by the diagonal. So like if you have a 55-inch TV, that is the length of the diagonal on the television. Here's what I mean. So if we're doing a computer screen, okay, and it's a 13-inch, that means that diagonal is 13 inches. So that's how they that's how they label the televisions, computer screens, things like that. So like the one that the school gives us, the 13-inch math book, it measures 13 inches from corner to like the diagonal. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. It says it has a height of 8 inches. Show me height with your arm. Yes, straight up and down. Okay, so that's the height. They want the width. Okay, so the width is going to be that side right there. Okay, now we know that which side is the hypotenuse? 13. So we can set up our Pythagorean theorem. All right, so we have all right, I'm getting 10.2, and you should label it inches. Let me know if you get something different. Bless you. No, I wish you had things like that.
My sister's like, mine was just all like thing. And then when everyone looks at me, and it's like always normally when I take a test, I'm like, bless you, and like nobody blesses me, so I'm just like, bless myself. And then everyone looks at me like I'm weird. I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, I got me both my snow.
Okay, issues on that one?
What?
Are we okay on that? Yes?
Yes.
We're good? Okay. Next one. How far from the base of the house do you need to place a 15-foot ladder so that it exactly reaches the top of a 12-foot wall? So show me with your arm, with the wall, the 12-foot wall, which side that is.
What?
Straight up and down. Okay? So the wall is 12 feet here. Where's my ladder? Show me with your arm. Yeah, slanted, right? Think about a ladder. Okay, a ladder slants just like this. And the ladder is 15 feet. So they want to know how far from the base of the house. So there's your X. You should get 9 feet. Issues, questions, concerns. These easy. You guys are so smart. Okay. You really are. I know that. Has everything after the OC been pretty easy?
Yeah. No, it's hard. I've been really struggling. I think I'm gonna need a tutor after this.
Think so? Interesting. Your age don't say that, but.
You kind of roast me.
Right. Well, no, great. That was pretty awesome. Okay. 2 ropes are used to stake a new tree. This is a little bit more difficult on this question, so I want you to listen here. The 2 ropes that are used to stake the tree, they reach. I'm sorry. If they are each tied 3 feet up from the ground. So imagine, okay, here's the tree that's 3 feet tall. The ropes are tied here, okay, and from the ground, and 4 feet from the base. Okay, so, whoop. Okay, 4 feet from the base, 3 feet high. There's 2 ropes. We can only see one. There's 2 ropes there. It says, how many feet of rope do you need total? Okay, so let's go ahead and solve for the hypotenuse first. Are we getting 5 feet?
Yes.
All right, so how many total feet of rope do we need? 10, right? There's 2 ropes, yes? Both of those ropes are 5 feet, so we need a total of 10 feet of rope, yes? All right, number 4. A fishing boat had to travel 4 miles east. Who's gone fishing in a boat before?
Nothing.
Raise your hand high.
I've been on a boat, but not fishing. I'm not
Wait,
going
what?
to.
I've been on a boat.
But not
Fishing boat.
Oh,
Yeah,
I grew up with a dad that was a bass fisherman. He could have gone to and like fished for Bassmasters, but he didn't because he would be away from us. Isn't that crazy? He was that good. He won all the tournaments in Delaware. I'm like, why did you do that?
How you can get good at fishing?
It's
not
not right.
that-
It's, like, isn't it luck? But there's a lot of like research that you would do and stuff like that. Anyway, I've been fishing a lot in my life, so. All right, a fishing boat had to travel 4 miles east. Show me east.
Never eat salty.
Well, I don't
Never
know.
eat salty
Never
water.
eat salty.
Never eat. Okay, east is here. Okay, so let's say east. Okay, let's say east is that way. Okay, so this is our starting point here. You with me?
I'm trying to figure out what north and east is.
Well, we're just gonna go like this. Just make it easy. Okay. So, if here's our starting point, this is east, and that's 4 miles. Okay, and then 9 miles south. So if we're here, 9 miles south is here. This 4 should be a little bit shorter. Okay. How much further did they travel than their originally planned route? Assume they were going to travel the diagonal. Okay, so they were going to travel here, but they ended up doing the 4 and the 9. Okay, so before we do this, 4 plus 9 is 13. Okay, so they actually traveled 13 miles. Solve for how many miles the shortcut is. Okay, the X. Go ahead and solve for that.
No, I'm genuinely curious. Okay, where you from? No, I've never finished anything. Okay, that last question must be solved.
Okay, 9.8?
Yes.
Okay, so now we want to know how much farther did they travel when they went out and around than they would have if they would have done the shortcut.
3.2.
Yep, 3 minus 9.8. So they traveled an extra 3.2 miles.
That'd be my mom. She'd be like, I'm taking a long route. I'd be like, I don't want to do that. And I go, do it.
The scenic route.
Oh, I
Okay, go ahead and